The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. That was a Bible quotation. Now here's a translation. Gay faggots like you're headed for damnation! Even if your affiliation is with a massive bandit organisation that uses every hack there is with this modification to set up an impenetrable fortification, you can't escape the anal annihilation. Cause I roll with the proest niggas in this apocalypse simulation. We use Steam chat for communication. We all have NVGs so we don't need flares for illumination. And since we always have access to aviation, we'll airdrop into your base of operation. I got his location when your mate fell victim to my manipulation. He was minding his own business trying to enjoy some exploration when I trolled him via misinformation by telling him that the V-step animation could help him fight the zombie infestation. And once it caused him bad enough leg mutilation, I told him I'd only give him his morphine medication if he gave me his cooperation and told me where you'd set up your little civilization. But he also told me during his interrogation all about how you've been arrested for child prostitute solicitation. I guess that explains why your Steam Avi is a Shota Connor illustration. Pedos like you have a strong correlation with people suffering from brain retardation and don't give me shit about how it was only experimentation. And we all know there's no rehabilitation for freaks guilty of child sex exploitation. Here's my recommendation: mandatory castration immediately upon identification. And when I had heard enough about your 6-sex tourist vacation, I headshotted him with no hesitation, with full premeditation, and you're next to experience that victimization. You're like heroes destined for cancellation. I don't need any justification. I'm fundamentally immoral, just like taxation. The only thing I believe in is incest legalization. I just need an outlet for my homicidal ideation. Anyway, after we've conducted your aerial infiltration, I'll plant some charges for demolition on your main building's foundation so you'll be distracted during its detonation. So me and Tech can move in a pincer formation with precise coordination. All he needs is an axe to cause severe Jimmy agitation. So while he's killing half your team via decapitation, I'll be tossing a grenade into your fire station. It's actually a smoke, not a fragmentation. Don't worry, you won't die from smoke inhalation, but it will cause you severe disorientation. And another causation is building disintegration. Bet you didn't know about that application. It's totally legit, definitely not an exploitation. Then we meet up for one huge confrontation, a shit cunt kicking collaboration. We make a deadly combination with perfect synchronization. Your guys will think we've had augmentation. Time for some improvisation. Looks like your crib needs a contamination. So we'll kite in some zombies to help with your mate's eradication. Human flesh is all that needs to be paid for their participation. I bet you'd never think of that undead utilization, overrunning the place with them like in Resident Evil Degeneration. We deal like Wesker, total global saturation. If we find any of your gang are only unconscious after a body examination, we'll drag them so when they wake up they face paralyzation, or let them take out their gun 3 times before we cap them just to add to the humiliation. If there's any consolation, maybe they'll appear in my next kill compilation. And as for your remaining team that has so far escaped obliteration, I'll leave that up to the deadly Dunro who's hiding in some vegetation in a Gahilli suit. I told you I don't know the pronunciation! He's setting up his sniper's calibration. He won't need a rangefinder for this assassination, cause he can zero in on your friends by sheer estimation. He doesn't even need the scope's magnification. And once he's done the bullet drop calculation, he unleashes the 50 cal devastation. He won't stop dumping until he has a kill confirmation for each and every one of your remaining clan's congregation. Oh wait, he's giving me some important information. Sounds like you're trying to escape in some sort of transportation. You'll never make it to your destination, cause I'll hop in a pickup truck like Bruce Willis in G.I. Joe Retaliation, and chase you down like the Moto Terminators in Salvation, and shunt your car off the road with a little acceleration, like some shit out of the Speed Racer movie adaptation that sends you flying into the ocean for some hydration. Your team's yelling at you to undergo a car evacuation, but we cause such intimidation that you'd rather just sit underwater out of desperation, welcoming your death from asphyxiation. And just when you think you can enjoy some relaxation, you start feeling that familiar rustling sensation while you're loading your character's new incarnation. Yeah, that'll be us waiting at your respawn location. You thought you could escape the degradation, but this is only the start of your violation. The DayZ shithole shredder is my reputation. A serial rapist would be my vocation. The only consensual penetration I've ever had in this game was when I cybered desolation. And that's not just flirtation. I fuck my main infatuation with such gyration. She experiences such vibration, it's like she's playing with a DualShock in the PlayStation. When I throat fuck her to the point of suffocation, coupled with a little strangulation that causes her extreme elation. Thank God this isn't Second Life with realistic fertilization, or she'd be experiencing an impregnation, not that I mind lactation. Just a clarification, this isn't an exaggeration. I actually have a hacker friend who can turn me into an Alsatian. It was worth going through domestication so that I could cause you severe rectum ruination with a nice dog cum insemination. I'm not gonna leave anything up to your imagination, so here's a lovely visualization for you to picture for your rape duration. Shit's gonna go down like Deliverance's gay molestation. Sweet! In real life, you'll be experiencing a heart palpitation when my mates drop off their sperm donation and use your bitch nigga tears as lubrication. No, Rose West, we're not homos, and let me give an explanation. I don't want to hear your implication that this is just a rationalization. There's nothing gay about raping a man if it's not for titillation, and just for the gratification of causing him emotional exasperation. So for once, Barry doesn't have to question his orientation and he's got a curved cock for your oral fixation. Just be glad this game doesn't have urination. So while Tech and Tim cause you in-game ends aggravation, I'll cause you real-life emotional irritation with my opinions and people of your pigmentation. I'm actually against Negro emancipation. I'm more for racial discrimination and the colonization of any nation that isn't Caucasian. Non-whites aren't human, you're just a poor imitation, not even an approximation, and that's not a generalization. Your gaming skills are the only bigger joke than racial integration. And do you want to know my policy on immigration? I don't give a fuck if you have the right documentation. You don't even deserve incarceration. The only thing darkies need is extermination! Just fucking nuke Africa, it needs a thorough purification. And tell everyone else you're gonna die if you don't accept westernization. Hell, Hitler is my favourite exclamation! When I sing my Black Nigger song, Cody gives me a standing ovation! Once your ass has reached maximum dilation and you're stuffed full of ejaculation, you haven't seen the end of your painful stimulation. We'll give your legs some nice perforation, so bad you'll be begging for an amputation. But this isn't a negotiation. We'll hand you over to get gangbanged by the local zombie population. But every time your screen starts to show discoloration, we'll blood bag you so that you experience a regeneration. I'll torture you for hours, it's my specialization. The only way you're gonna die is from starvation. So in summation, if you fuck with the RubyNet crew, you'll regret ever passing battle eye validation. Don't fuck with us unless you like domination, and what else are they gonna face?
Termination.